Command. SB1.
Good afternoon from Mission Control in Houston and the International Space Station Flight Control Room. You are looking live at a view of the Soyuz MS-27 spacecraft in the center of your screen, attached to the Prishal node module on the Earth-facing side of the Russian segment of the International Space Station. That is the ticket home today for 3 crew members, NASA's Jonny Kim, and Roscosmos cosmonauts Sergei Ryzhikov and Alexei Zubritsky, as they are in the final stages of preparations for an undocking from the Prishal module, that undocking some 55 minutes from now, to begin the journey home that will result in a parachute-assisted landing on the steppe of Kazakhstan at 11:03 and 55 seconds p.m. Central Time, 12:03 a.m. and 55 seconds Eastern Time on Tuesday morning, which will be 10:03 and 55 seconds a.m. Kazakhstan time on the steppe of Kazakhstan.
Flying space, being up here with this crew, it's been one of the greatest privileges of my life. They've become my family away from my family, and I can't thank the international centers, SUP, Moscow, Houston, Scuba, Huntsville, Munich, all the controllers who've worked 24/7 to support us. It means so much, and let's continue doing what we do for space exploration.
I'd like to add a few words. Thank you to the entire crew, to those who stay on board the space station. Expedition 74, safe continuation of flight, execution of all the tasks, and happy and safe return to the ground, home. Thank you.
All of the space station systems are in good shape. No issues being worked by the remaining crew members, the 7 crew members who will remain on station as Expedition 74, led by the new station commander, Mike Fink of NASA. There's our view of the hatchway to Soyuz MS-27 through the Prishal node module. Fink remains on board with Zena Cardman, Chris Williams of NASA, Kimiya Yui of the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, and Roscosmos cosmonauts Sergei Sverchkov, Sergei Mikheyev, and Oleg Platonov. And Sergei Ryzhikov shaking hands with Mike Fink. Ryzhikov had been the commander of Expedition 73 before handing the key to the spacecraft to Fink yesterday in the change of command ceremony that we will be replaying a short time from now. There's Chris Williams of NASA. Soyuz crew and the station crew will respectively conduct leak checks over the course of the next hour and a half to make sure we have a tight seal. And there goes the Prishal hatch being closed. The Soyuz hatch will be closed momentarily. Once those leak checks are complete, the vestibule, the small passageway, will be depressurized between Soyuz and Prishal in preparation for the actual physical separation of Soyuz from the Prishal node module on the Earth-facing side of the Russian segment. Sverchkov is now making sure that the Prishal node module hatch is securely sealed.
Views nominal, copy.
This view is the same view that the 3 crew members are seeing inside the descent module on their control panel. This is the external camera cross-haired view from the Soyuz MS-27.
I have soft dock.
You're familiar with that cross-haired engineering view. You'll see the data in the lower left-hand screen represent the distance that the Soyuz will have backed away from the International Space Station and its rate of departure.
I'm activating the headlight. The burn.
And the second burn of 15 seconds in duration was nominal. So the Soyuz has increased its opening rate on the International Space Station after an on-time departure.
Victor 18 is primed. We're sending the command.
We're about 3 hours, 13 minutes away from touchdown of this vehicle, the descent module, a parachute-assisted landing on the steppe of Kazakhstan. This is a low-resolution view from the landing site showing several of the all-terrain vehicles from a drone shot. This is courtesy of Roscosmos. We will be getting additional video as the vehicle is approaching the landing site during its descent. But again, you get the idea. Partly cloudy skies, temperatures about 21 degrees. There is snow on the ground, not considerable amount of snow, but a drone shot of some of the all-terrain vehicles that are part of the Rosaviatsa search and recovery forces. And here is a video now at the landing site itself and right by the spacecraft, which has landed on its side, which is typical. So the search and recovery forces are there. They will be now working to begin the process of extracting the crew one by one and placing them in chairs nearby and then bringing them into an inflatable medical tent. Again, there's your Soyuz MS-27 spacecraft, having been pulled over onto its side after touchdown. The top hatch is open, and members of the technician team peering in to receive flight data file books and to check on the initial condition of the crew before they begin the extraction of the crew members.
Ну, всегда командир-то по центру, его же никак не объедешь. Они туда пошли. Они уже пошли. У вас картинка есть? Командира.
And in fact, that is the Soyuz commander, Sergei Ryzhikov, out of the Soyuz, 603 days in space, good for 13th on the all-time list. NASA's Jonny Kim, back on Earth after 245 days in space.
Where our photo and